G'day guys and welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing my tips for the first week of the finals. Very exciting times, and we'll go through the winner of the home and away season of footy tipping. I think it goes through the finals. I can still tip games, so we'll see what that all means very shortly. But the winner of the home and away season in terms of the tipping score is Shannon Humphries. So Shannon is the minor premier. Well done. I'm not sure if you won last year as well, but if you did, insane effort. I'm going to have to validate that one offline. And myself at the end of the home and away, finishing 6th on the table, equal 3rd with a few points here and there. And yeah, definitely had a good finish to the season, that's for sure. After that 3 in round 20, just went 7, 7, 7, 6 to finish it off. So I think it continues. I can still tip games of footy, so we'll see how it all pans out in what's going to be a massive week of finals, a first week, and starting us off tomorrow night, we have Melbourne going up against the Collingwood Magpies, MCG. What a game this will be. Yeah, probably two of the best teams, quite clearly, in that top 4, and arguably one and 2, whilst the seed doesn't quite read that way at this stage, with the Pies at the top of the table, D's at 4th. But yeah, what a game it'll be. No Dacos for the Pies. That's Nick Dacos, and I don't think the weather's going to be too crash hot, so that will definitely play interestingly on this result. As we know, the D's haven't been super great when it's been trashy conditions, which doesn't really make sense because they're a great contest team and defensive team. Maybe it doesn't allow them to defend properly. Who knows? It's a tough game, that's for sure. First week, Pies have been in and out of form. They have still qualified for top of the table and a game and percentage clear at the table, but yeah, I'm liking what Melbourne have been doing. They've won, they've won 4 of their last 5. The Pies, I think, lost 4 of their last 6, possibly. Definitely 3 of their last 5. So yeah, I'm a bit more comfortable with Melbourne with the way they've been going in terms of like their form line going into September. It's not to say that they couldn't win without Dacos, but their form has been a little bit patchy. Definitely late in the season, and they got the win over the Bombers, who pretty sure West Coast almost defeated them. But the Lions got them at Marvel when they were down a little bit and probably didn't have the world to play for, and lost to Hawthorn and Carlton as well. So yeah, definitely some interesting results. I feel like Melbourne are going to stifle their ball movement from half back, which is where a lot of their score comes from. Ironically, though, Pies got 8 goals from forward half turnovers last week, which is a bit of an anomaly, and I think against the Bombers as well. I don't think you can read too much into that, and they would have hyper-focused on front half turnover as well, but they do predominantly rely on their back half. D's and contest and defence, we hear about it a lot, is, quite prolific, so yeah, and, have they got an answer for Max Gawn? I think, the D's will be too strong. Going to go down to the Y though. I've picked the D's by 3 points. Then we move over to Carlton and Sydney. This one's a big game Friday night. I think, again, pretty awful conditions. And yeah, we know the Blues have been in really good touch. They went down to the Giants, got touched up a little bit by the Giants, and don't have the stack of finals experience as do the Sydney Swans. So, I mean, yeah, Sydney will definitely have a fair bit going their way there in terms of finals experience, which can play a part. But yeah, John Longmire will have them rolled up, no doubt about that. And, there's going to be a stack of Blues fans. There's going to be stacks of support. And I reckon Carlton will get the win. They haven't won a final in 10 years. First time they've been in finals in 10 years, but they did win one against the Tigers in 2013. Found a way there. But, I think more down to the contest. That's where their game gets going, and that's where their strength lies. And it's probably not Sydney's strength. But what we do know is Carlton's turnover game is not great, and Sydney's turnover game is quite, brilliant. So the ball movement from the half-back line, again, is a feature. That's probably going to be, again, an issue in these conditions. And I know Carlton are very strong in contest and will have their best, cattle available to be able to get it done. So yeah, Sydney again, they pressure quite well inside the contest. Don't win it themselves a lot, but I think Carlton too strong at home. Been in ripping form. I think they won 9 out of their last 10. They won 9 in a row and went down to the Giants in what was a game that they couldn't really get a result out of or bolster their position. Then we've got St Kilda hosting GWS. This, again, is at the MCG. I think that's the first 3 games of the finals at the home of football, which is fantastic. Part of me thinks that they wouldn't have minded having it at Marvel, but they'll take it for sure, I reckon. So, yeah, Saints up against the Giants. And interestingly, the Giants are favourites. I'm a little bit surprised by that because I would have thought the Saints would have been, favourites at home. But, I'm going to go the Giants in this game. I was hoping St Kilda would be favourites there, but I really like what the Giants have been doing. They've won 10 out of their last 12. Their form stacks up as good as anyone, and they've been one of the toughest teams in the competition to defeat. Again, like Ross Lyon, they'll go, you have to beat them right at the death to get the points. They've hardly had any games this year where they've been completely blown out of the water. I think Collingwood maybe another game, but outside of that, they've been terrific, especially on their turnover and the way that they have a pretty open forward line. St Kilda, we know Ross is going to make it a dogfight. We know it's going to be a defensive struggle and the Giants aren't going to be able to move the ball cleanly. Pretty sure they got the job done last time. The Saints, and it may have been even at the Giants' home ground or potentially at Manuka. But I think the Giants have a good, healthy mix of youth and experienced finals players. And I think, the Giants' finals record probably stacks up as one of the best going around. They haven't been around for a long time, as we know. But they've had a lot of winning seasons where they've had, a finals win here and there, or they haven't had too many where they've lost more finals than they've won. So, they go up another level in September. We got Toby Green, who's going to, potentially be the reason that they win. So, very exciting there. Final game of the round, we've got Brisbane hosting Port Adelaide at the Gabba in, so I'm going to assume it's the second qualifying final. It can be tricky because they sometimes say first and second, it mixes around. But they'll be at the Gabba Saturday night in, not an elimination like the other two, but obviously, getting the win here significantly uplifts the profile and sort of takes you, that one step closer to the grand final and probably the express path, the easier path, if you like, and having a well-rested crew as well. Brisbane, I reckon, will get the job done. They haven't lost at home this year, but they haven't been super impressive the last few times. I know the Cats got within a 1-goal 5. It ended up being 11 points. It was very close, and the Saints was really close as well, but that was kind of off the back of Brisbane not really putting the full stop on the scoreboard with the way they played, because Brisbane outplayed Geelong significantly and St Kilda to an extent, but just didn't get it on the scoreboard. So potentially a normal Brisbane might win those 2 games by 4 or 5 goals respectively. So they have struggled a little bit against defensively tight teams. We know Port Adelaide love that front half game. It's going to be a real battle inside the contest with the youth that Port Adelaide have. So I don't think it's Brisbane comfortably. Port Adelaide definitely have the weapons to be able to find a way to cause an upset. I don't think they will on this occasion. The Port's defence is probably going to be the biggest question mark. I mean, if they can do well out of the middle, they'll be fine. But I feel like Port Adelaide will have to dominate the contest to be able to make that happen. We know their front half game stacks up really well. So, again, it's just going to be a territory game. And if Port can facilitate that, they'll be incredibly tough to beat. And they're going to be tough to beat anyway. So, Brisbane have been in these positions before, and they've had some finals at the Gabba, and they haven't always gotten the chocolates. So, definitely not a sure thing at this stage, but I'm comfortable to tip them. This one was Port Adelaide, not Adelaide. That's it for me. So I've gone Melbourne by 3 points, Carlton to get the win, GWS to defeat the Saints in Melbourne. Another reason I'll tip the Giants as well, they've won basically everywhere, so even though it is away for them, they've been pretty good away from home and Brisbane. So those are my picks for the first week of the finals, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to chuck your picks for this week down in the comments below. Subscribe so you can keep up to date with my picks throughout the finals and reasons, justifications for why I pick who I pick. And looking forward to a fantastic first week of finals. Should be an amazing watch to see. And hope you all enjoy it as well. And barricade for your teams to get the job done. That's all from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Give the video a like. Stick around. And I will see you on the next video.